If you've ever dealt with a narcissist, whether it's a partner, a parent, a boss, or even a friend, you've probably been hit with a lie so bold, so ridiculous, that you had to pause for a second and think, wait, am I going crazy? You're not. You're just dealing with someone who lies like it's their native language. So today we're getting into it. Why narcissists lie, what they get out of it, and how they keep lying even when they've been caught. And most importantly, what you can do when this happens to you. So, starting with the basics, why do narcissists lie? The short answer is to protect their ego and control the narrative. The long answer is narcissists live in a false self, a made-up version of who they want to be seen as: charming, successful, innocent, powerful, right. But the real self underneath feels weak, insecure, afraid of being exposed. So lying becomes their go-to tool for survival. Think of it like this. If truth is a mirror, narcissists are terrified of looking into it. So they throw a sheet over it, again and again, until they convince you that the mirror was never there to begin with. They lie to avoid accountability, paint themselves as a victim, make you question your reality, get sympathy or admiration, and keep control over your emotions and decisions. And it's not just about big lies. Sometimes lies are small and almost unnecessary, like denying they said something to you you know they said, or claiming they forgot something they were never going to do in the first place. But every lie, big or small, serves one goal: to protect the image, maintain control, and stay in power. So what's the motive really? It's shame, insecurity, and a fear of being truly seen. Narcissists are deeply ashamed of their flaws, even if they never admit it. They can't tolerate being wrong or weak or vulnerable, so they lie to patch up any cracks in the mask. Let's say you call them out for flirting with someone behind your back. Instead of admitting it, they say, "You're just insecure. That is not what happened. You're always so dramatic." They lie to dodge responsibility because in their world, being wrong equals being worthless. That's why their lies often come with gaslighting. They twist the truth until you start questioning yourself, not them. It's manipulation, yes, but it's also fear. Fear that if the truth gets out, the entire house of cards comes down. Now here's a part that really messes with your head. You catch them red-handed. The proof is right there. The text messages, the receipts, the screenshots, the contradiction. And somehow, they still lie. With a straight face, sometimes even with fake tears. So you're standing there like, wait, how are you still lying? I literally have proof. Here's how they do it. They double down. That's not what it looks like. You're making a big deal out of nothing. They shift blame. Well, maybe I lied because you're always attacking me. They change the subject. Suddenly you're defending your tone, your past, your reaction, instead of focusing on the original lie. They play victim. They might even cry, make you feel guilty, and act like they're the one being mistreated. It's not that they don't know they've been caught. It's that they don't care, because the goal is not honesty. The goal is control. If they can confuse you, manipulate your emotions, and turn the focus onto anything but the lie, they win. Or at least they keep the mask on a little longer. Now you might be wondering, is this just who they are? Are narcissists pathological liars? In many cases, yes. A pathological liar lies compulsively and often without reason. For narcissists, lying is less about random compulsion and more about strategy. But it's so constant, so automatic, that it can feel pathological. They lie when the truth would have been easier, when no one asked, when the stakes are low, just to keep you unsteady. It becomes a lifestyle, a way of interacting with the world, and over time, they start to believe their own lies. They reframe memories, rewrite stories, and genuinely convince themselves that their version is the truth. That's when it becomes truly dangerous, because they're not just lying to you, they're lying to themselves. So let's go through some classic narcissist lies. And I guarantee you've heard at least a few of these. I never said that. You're overreacting. You're too sensitive. That never happened. You're the only one that thinks like that. I was just joking. You're remembering it wrong. If I had done X, I wouldn't have done Y. Notice the theme? Every lie is designed to either deny reality, shift blame, avoid responsibility, or control your perception of them. Some lies are emotional. I love you, I would never hurt you, right after hurting you. Some are performative. Everyone says I'm such a good person, you're the only one that treats me like this. And some are subtle. That didn't bother me, even though it clearly did. They just don't want to give you the satisfaction of being right. Okay, so what do you do when you catch a narcissist lying? Don't argue the lie. Acknowledge the pattern. You won't win a debate with someone who's not interested in the truth. So instead of getting stuck in the he said, she said loop, step back and look at the bigger picture. Are you in a relationship where the truth doesn't matter? Stop trying to get them to admit it. You don't need their confession to trust your gut. Closure won't come from them owning up. It'll come from you accepting what you see. Document things if needed, especially in cases where you're co-parenting, dealing with finances, or in legal situations. Just keep records. Narcissists will lie about agreements, timelines, or even entire conversations. Focus on your reality, not theirs. Gaslighting works because it makes you question your truth. But your memory is valid, your feelings are valid. You don't need their agreement to know what happened. Set boundaries and stick to them. If someone shows you they'll lie to your face, even with proof, that's a huge red flag. You don't need to keep explaining yourself. Distance is your protection. So here's the thing. Dealing with a narcissist's lies can feel like drowning in fog. You know what you saw, you know what was said, but somehow you're made to feel like the problem. You're not. Narcissists lie because it's the only way they know how to keep control. They'll twist the truth, play the victim, rewrite history, all to protect the mask they wear. But the more you learn to trust yourself, the harder it becomes for them to manipulate you. You don't need to catch them. You don't need to prove it. You just need to notice the pattern and choose peace over confusion. If this hit home, just let me know in the comments. Share your experience. It helps others realize that they're not alone. And if you're healing from narcissistic abuse, I've got more videos coming to help you reclaim your truth and rebuild your sense of self. So hit that subscribe button and take care of you. You're not crazy. You're just waking up to the truth. See you in the next one.